Alright, there we go. Now, you guys are still mid-combat with a bunch of horrifying, ghastly, venomous-looking vampires striking at you, but you seem to be on the up and up in your fight, um, with the few niggles and naggles, including Dacto being unable to Adacto being unable to take his sword out of his hands. Well, that's just one little small detail, one tiny little detail. But we do begin our turn with Cecil Hasselheim, who is currently away. Um, Garbo the Goblin. You should see Cecil Hasselheim in your journal, should you not? Okay, I'd like you to please take control of him for while he's out. This is implementing part of our buddy systems for the fact and sake that if you're gone, somebody will be taking care of your character. Is that all okay? Excellent, excellent. So, what Cecil Hasselheim does not see that he knows of is over to the north west of where you guys currently are. There was one cheeky-looking vampire who got a bribe out of one of your friends before they disappeared. Running up the north. You've just struck down a vampire nearby. Who's controlling? Who's controlling our deathly dwarf druid? Cleric, rather. I had to go for that alliteration, didn't I? Ah, lovely, okay. So, your undead guy, that's the vampire flanking beside him, isn't it? That's okay. Thank you for reminding me. I'll update that now. So yes, Cecil Hasselheim, being controlled by Garbo. You see this animated, shambling, cut and bruised. I think bloodied. I think a monk punched him to shit up. So he's mostly bruised and battered with broken bones. He's luring and slurring beside you, as he is an ally, as fate would have it in this situation. Um, you also do know that over to the south there is a little doorway, a big doorway rather, and you do remember seeing a creature fleeing in that direction. So I'll leave you to decide how to proceed from here. Yes, there was a guy that ran off to the north with a bunch of your guy's gold, and another that ran off to the south. You should find that he is a third level bard, second level divine sorcerer. So quite a bit of magic, as I'm sure you, being a cleric druid, should be able to understand. Yeah, he's a fancy noble. He also has not decided on what spells he has prepared. I'll make sure I cost him for that. Naughty guy. That'll be why. Thank you very much. Ah, okay, no trouble for him. Alright, so to do that, just move your guy out a little bit, and around the corner you should see a doorway just around the edge. You have access to control him, as all characters should do. Go ahead and move him. There's a lot of clicking. Right, so, can you click him? Yeah, there we go. That's not the entrance I was talking about. Following the ruler tool, you will see that the doorway leads over this way. Yes, there we go. We're using dynamic lighting, restricting how you move, so follow this around and be sure to keep track of movement. What is? Are you pumping a car? I just sorry. There was some. No. What is? Okay. That. There's a pet here. It sounded like a wooden contraption masturbating. Oh, oh, right. You should let her know what it sounded like. That's right. Yes, Warforged, of course. Yes. Oh, but there would be more metal clanging. Um. Oh, right. You are unable to move through because of a dynamic bit of lighting. That's why. Boom. There we go. Right, there we go, dude. Yes. Now, from this current angle, you do not have a shot on this guy. You can't. You're not able to see him, unfortunately. He must have gone further down the hallway. He's a bit out of sight for you. Okay. 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 All right. Minor illusion. The illusion ends when, yep, you can create a sound, volume. It can be your voice, beating of the drums, or other sound you like. Lots of sound, sound. Create an image of an object, such as a chair. No, it goes on. It goes on. Yeah, if it's a 5 foot cube, you can make a puppet. Certainly, you can make a little puppet. Oh, all right, very good. All right then. Let's put a little puppet there for you. Let's see, puppet. Let's see, where's the puppet? Where's the puppet? Where's the puppet? Puppet. Find me a puppet. This creepy puppet will do. Puppety puppet. Boom! Look at that creepy puppet. And let's scale him down. Boom! We'll put him there. There we go. Excellent. All right then. So yeah, you conjure up some kind of obscure-looking carnival-esque puppet, and you bring it dancing in the form of this dark chamber as fight rattles all around the place. Nozak Hilljaw, it is now your turn. You will remember that on the other side of this, onto the north, there's a couple of vampires that are shooting arrows, peppering you guys, while you're trying to take down this beefier vampire who's come and messed you up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's got full movement as far as I'm aware. And he rules. No, wait, he does not. 10. He gets minus 10. I remember reading that from you. Okay, so he sees a door around him. Where's your owl? Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the torch is a good little use there. Hmm. So that's what he sees at the moment over there. It's open. It's open for him. Okay. Okay, yeah, he will keep still behind the other side of the door, keeping do you want him to have a stealth check done? Okay. Does he have disadvantage being a thingy that he is, undead as he is? Okay. Wait, if it's -4 to all his skills, then why are you saying -2? Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, -4 is accurate. 2. -2 is accurate. Okay. A score is done. I will keep that in mind. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, the big beefy vampire. Muscular, kind of being like a blade, but not so black. Oh, is that bad to say? Oh, I don't know. I've said it now. Gotta move on. But he is definitely a firm, beefy, kind of large, pale creature, snarling and slashing at you with a variety of scimitar attacks. He must make a wisdom saving throw. Garbo, I hear a lot of clicking still again, but we shall move on. Bandit. There we go. Charisma, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. He nat 20s, and he just like he just like gets his second wind at this period of the fight. He looks at you, and as this necrotic energy comes around him, he just splays himself. He just takes it all on and grins as he is one with death and the toll of the dead itself, as he is your toll of the dead, perhaps. All right. Alrighty. It is Irina Orvale's go, and I am going to secretly control their character. Let's see, players. Okay. Oh my god! Oh my! What are you slapping? What are you hitting? Oh my god! It's so loud. It's all so loud. Yeah. Sorry. It just is such sharp noises that it's so smack like to my ears. That's all it is. Okay, queer whisper. Always was. There we go. Okay, so Irina is going to try and hit this bandito, or rather this vampire over here. As they try to pierce at them with some short sword in hand. Can anyone see the rolls that was just made, by the way? Okay. So, now they are able to get one hit in, but the damage is not exceedingly brilliant. They do their best to slash and hack away, but they're unable to do too much good in with that. Dacto, it is now your turn. Probably because of whatever reason we could have. That won't be the case unless you didn't tick its. What is it? Is it a hand? Yeah. So long as its token was clicked, this shall work just fine. Okay, click its name. Okay, I clicked this name. There it is on the initiative. And then we close that. Then we set that. Go to descending. Go back from the top. Down to down. Yes, calling claw. Okay, it is its go. Alrighty. That is a very good hit. Unfortunately, not a natural hit, but it will slash away and it will do some damage onto this guy, chipping away and making a bit of a difference, actually. The hand crawls up, kind of like digging and squeezing at his thighs, almost grabbing for the balls, perhaps, of this beefy vampire. But Dacto, it is now your turn. Yep. Lightly glowing. Let's not forget lightly glowing. Okay. Very good, very good. All right. Yeah, very nice, consistent damage. Um, hey, it all adds up. It all adds up. How many spell slots you got left? You've done some identifiers, but that was ritual and. Very good. All right then. Yeah, he is not dead. Yep. Sensible. Very good. Very, very good. Alrighty then. Um, Tolan Mech, it is now your turn. Yeah. All right. Yeah, those are both going to be hits. Yeah, you're doing some good damage now. Yeah. Oh shit. So on the first longsword strike, you do pierce deeply into his chest. You open up a cavity right between his pectoral muscles, spreading and ripping apart his black gothic garb. And after you leave a streak of red crimson blood, on the second attack, you simply lunge straight into him, diving the longsword straight through as he gasps, cosps up blood across your sword and you a bit, and then you just sink it all the way to the hilt as he just sighs out, drooling blood, and dies before you. Yes, yeah. You said you said alchemist fire. All right. Yep. Sensible, sensible. Certainly, yes. You can easily use one of your oils. Let's go to your character sheet. Where have you got your oils? Belt, water skin. 10 question mark potions of healing? Are you the party's potion of healing person? You put one and then 10 potions of healing. Uh, that's well, you won't mind me correcting that then to be one potion of healing. Alrighty. But yes, I can see that you have 3 flasks of oil. Let's just mark that down to 2 now. Excellent, excellent. Yes, he is all oiled up, and when you next can, you can start burning him alive. Or dead, rather. Burning him dead. He's a vampire. Maybe he's still hanging around. Alrighty. As they have been doing, that's been working out in their favor. The 2 vampires over in the corner comes forward, sees that the beefy one has died, which that's not going to bode well for them. Maybe they are going to start getting mixed up with the wrong crowds. Let's see. There we go. One is going to send 2 streaking arrows over to you, Tolin. But I think on a 14 and a 12, those are both going to be misses. I was looking for a reply, but yes, a 14 and a 12 does not beat your AC of 17, as they both kind of cross either side of your head, narrowly avoiding you as they dig into the stonework behind you. Then this other guy, he's going to have a go at trying to get Nozak, shooting, streaking arrows, whizzing through the air over towards him. And they do spare 1 shot to the claw, but the claw has got half cover because of how tight it is to the wall, and it's pretty small. On a 14, that meets your DC, Nozak, and you take 8 points of piercing damage. But the second attack, trying to hit the hand, it's not good enough. It doesn't strike at it. It unfortunately just kind of misses it, just fractionally, as it uses the corner of this huge piece of carven rock to hide itself behind. Now, with that, other things are gonna happen. Okay. Let's see. That's that. As for this guy over here, he chooses to take the disengage action, and he moves to here. Okay. Oh, hang on. Excuse me. Firstly, he is going to look at your puppet, be a little bit intrigued by it. Let's see. No, that's not what I want. I need over here. So he's looking at your puppet, and his eyes open in bewilderment at the strange, random thing that has come forward to him. Um. Okay. So that's what I need to do. What is your Okay. So Cecil Hasselheim, a voice controlled by Garbo. Um. This puppet that you've conjured up, is it looking hostile? Is it looking like, hey, come here, I'm a friendly bundle of joy? What does it look like? Hmm. Okay, yeah, he kind of believes that's real, so that's gonna lead to his whole disengage, get out of that action, and he doesn't choose to attack. He just starts trying to move away. And with that, the only other thing left to do is to take care of one of the other guys who is fleeing with your money. Let's see. Yes. There we go. He's definitely freed out of sight. Hasselheim. Oh, hang on. Almost forgot. And these two dip back into nice, comfortable cover. Okay. Now, Cecil Hasselheim, it is your turn again. Uh, the one that fled in this way. Um, the one that took the money has gone towards the north. Your character remembered that being the first way he fled to. Hmm. Also worth mentioning that a round goes by and your little creepy marionette poofs and disappears out of sight. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have to surprise me with what you can do. Ooh. Very well. Yes, vicious mockery. That would be a charisma saving throw, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, what do you insult him with? What insulting words do you tell him? Oh, oh man, yeah. I mean, that's definitely hurt his pride as he gives like a as he's assaulted by your words. It's awful. But yeah, he takes a bit of damage for his troubles there. Um, and I guess it's your turn. With that, it is Nozak Hilljaw's turn. You step over the crossway that leads through a bunch of busted, broken pots that the rest of you guys opened up earlier as you do so, but you're otherwise fine. Alright, so 20 feet off from 60, 40 feet of movement, and I will make him do just that. Boop. There we go. He will shuffle along as best he can, but he can't even see the guy that had ran away from you all in the beginning. Now, next up is Irina's go. Irina sees where this guy is going. He is going to the kind of secrety trap door, and being the monk that she is going to chase around and after him, and basically she kind of dashes and blocks him off back at the main entryway, and on the other side of the wall here. Okay. Now, she's kind of go there just so he stays trapped. He's got nowhere to flee, and he has to fight one person or the other. Now it is the Crawling Claw's turn. Yeah, certainly. You just get him to hang and chill. He chills and climbs. Dacto, it's just you and the broken pots at the moment. Oh yeah, he will. Yeah, yeah, he will. Very guys, very good. Everybody loves Toll the Dead, don't they? All right. Ooh, can you do that? I bet you can. Very well. He is going to fail, and he is damaged, so he will be taking that 2d12. His body definitely crispifying in radiant magical light that bathes him and singes him, as he certainly is baptized in. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's baptized in your holy magic. He definitely scurries from it, as he has been so far in his current round. Very good. Tolin, it is now your go. Ha! Very good. You're the one who wants to survive to level 20, don't you? Nice, nice. Okay, very good. Tolin, over to you. Well, you know there's two guys up ahead of you, and you can either let them flee or you push them and stop them shooting you with arrows, because they're gonna do it again. Okay. Excellent. That sounds perfectly viable. You ready? Action. Go to shoot someone. Perfectly fine. I see short bow. Yep, you got it. You got it. Alrighty. Now it is their go. Now, first and foremost, this guy, he goes through the door, but when he goes to the other side, he closes it. He goes to close the door once I get, yeah. He closes it, and you're unable to see what goes on out of the sight. But what you do see It's like he just kind of chases after Irina before both of you go out, before both of them go out of sight. Can you still see Irina out of interest? Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Well, they are definitely hidden, and a scuffle likely happens on the other side there. Meanwhile, uh, mm, hmm, hmm, okay. What they saw was one of their guys go down, so they are going to start dashing over this way. They're going to start dashing over in this direction as they're trying to get out and flee. Meanwhile, pardon me for the delay here. Just see for 1 second here. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's actually sorted. Okay, Cecil Hasselheim, it is your turn now. Okay. 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 Oh, can you not move him there? You should find that if you go around the corner first, you can then move around. Very good. One is hurt. Now he is the one up at the top. And the one to the left of him, not quite so hurt. Which do you aim your insults towards? Very good. He definitely snarls back in riposte and says, "Hardly worth it," as he flips you off as he runs away. Nozak, it is now your turn. Oh, yeah. Your vampire is up ahead of these guys. They haven't really, as they're flipping Cecil Hasselheim off, they're not looking ahead of them to see that one of their own, dead as he is coming round to get them. So, yeah, he can absolutely start moving. And with his, yeah, what would they know? And with his -10 to speed, he can absolutely get into combat with one of them. You got him while he was fresh. However, your necromancy is not easily hidden. Vapors of greenish black tendrils flow through his being. His nails turn black. His eyes glaze over milky white. And while the state of his flesh is very fresh, the rest of him is just a puppet. And your magically definitely kind of reflects that. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Yeah. He comes right over, and he will. Does he have a specific attack, or he has the attack that the creature has, doesn't he? He, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it definitely does. And he definitely has a weapon on hand for this to work. Very, very nice. If I go that, and if I do this, yes, his blade glows with deathly green fire as it leaps out, and he goes to strike at his friends as they're trying to run away. He rolls to hit. Unfortunately, it is a miss. Sadly, in his zombified state, he is just unfortunately not able to land that hit like he hoped he would have done. But it looks cool. It certainly looks cool. You have Nozak's turn. You have your turn, unless you spent your action on that cantrip. Okay. Very, very good. Okay. Um, Irina does something that you guys cannot see. It is now the crawling claw's turn. Alrighty. Very good. Very, very good. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Alrighty. Very good. Very good. Yes. Okay. Dacto, it is now your turn. I summon Bahamut. Hey! Hey! Let's move the sword so we can make you have a 16 health? 16? 13 plus dex modifier. What's your dex? Yay! Ah, yay. I'm so proud of you. Well, yeah, I think so, because one was picked up and animated, but there was another, I think, left around. Let's say yes. Yeah, you're chilling, you're hanging around, so I would say yes. And I will have you give me an investigation check to do so. Yeah, so you actually find that um, on his person, you find a makeup kit. No valuable monies or whatnot, but you do see a very tattered old bit of makeup kit. There you go. It's pretty shabby. The like powder is very like clammy. You'd have to like it's very clammy, and the mirror is dusty and has a bit of those spotches on it. The case itself is you can refurbish it. Um, the lips. Excellent. I just need to do one thing. Over to the side, secret things. Um, All right, there we go. I just wanted to cover that. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay. Um, where were we? That was you, Dacto. Um, okay, so yeah, sorry, I had to do something secret. Holland, it is your go. Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm done playing this game with chicken motherfuckers. Show yourself. Excellent. Yeah. So you discover at this point that they have began to run away from around the corner, but you're still armed. You're still got your like crossbow armed, ready to shoot at somebody. And are you a half elf? Are you an elf of some kind? Yeah. So with your dark vision, you get 60 feet of sight. And at 60 feet, you actually won't be able to see anything, as your enemies are not within sight. Hmm. Yes, indeed, you are. You are indeed. Okay then. I don't think you have dashed. You can dash without spending a key point. Hmm. Yeah, monk. Yeah, everyone has dash. But why did you say roll? What rolling are you talking about? Oh, rule. Disengage. Yeah, exactly. Very good. Very good. You can see your enemies in sight, skirting away like cowards. And one. Whoa! How far did you move just then? Oh, you got faster feet. That's fine. But yeah, you can see that a green flame bladed fellow vampire along with them has begun to try and strike out at these guys. Alrighty, so with that, it is now their go. This guy is shocked, to say the least, to see one of his own animated, brought back to life, and immediately he does his best to try and dispose of him, slicing him with a scimitar. He misses, um, and he is in a bit of a pickle. But does his friend go to help him? Of course not. Yeah, kind of okay. Maybe he can spare something. Hmm. Making sure his own safety is secured first, this guy gets to this position and offers a longbow shot to his bro. And that does hit, but it only does 3 points of piercing damage. Yes, the guy is on 1 hit point, your zombie, and when he sees that the zombie is still moving around with that bolt landing into his back, he looks at the friend who is the other zombie that is still fighting this necrotized being away, and he kind of gives a shrug and waves as he continues to run away. Meanwhile, other things happen. Mm-hmm. Alright, other things are going on. Alright, Cecil Hasselheim, it is now your turn. Guiding bolt on him. Alright, nice. Nice going. Alrighty, so, yeah. Um, is that, yeah, the one that's with your undead friend? Yeah. Excellent. Yes, let's see. Yes, diggity there we go. So as you do say I don't know if it's a prayer, but you channel your divine energy from the good aligned planes. You summon this forth and channel it through your fingertips, and then you shoot out a searing. Hang on. Yes, a searing beam of radiant energy. There we go. That's what I want. Boom. There we go. Crackling and lightning as it goes by. And I need you to cast the spell from his character sheet to roll the attack. Alright, that is a hit. And on that hit, this guy is just pulverized and eviscerated in holy divine light as he goes down dead. Ooh, indeed. Indeed. Um, yes, very good round. Very good. Very good. Nozak, it is your turn. Mm-hmm. Yes, certainly. And he can reach, so yeah, he's going to spread the pain. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Gather the two up. Move the two together. There we go. Your guy rolled a natural one. Your guy rolled a natural one. Sorry. Yes, I don't know why. I don't know what the song I was thinking of is, but it has some kind of chipmunk sound to it as it goes. You rolled a nat one. Okay, sorry. I don't know. I'm just trying to spice up this monotony of eventual rules of law saying that you get a nat one. So as has been the case, your zombie has unfortunately not been very good at hitting anybody. Green flame blade still kind of burning at him, and then he kind of just gets his hand, burns him, and it just kind of slides out his burning hands as the scimitar falls to the ground before this guy. As unfortunately your little zombie dude just kind of flops and flails around for a turn, honestly. Yeah, it only lasts a turn, but flavor. Bit of flavor. Um, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be that cruel. I wouldn't be that cruel. Oh, now, you're casting this through your guy, aren't you? Um, So, because of like actions and how it works, after he kind of fumbles around trying to get his scimitar to strike through at this guy, you suddenly flow through him your own force of will. His body convulses and his hands groaningly leach out and reach forward towards him. But you're feeling how incumbent. You've not chosen a good zombie guy. I'm sorry to say, because he misses. Okay, you're good, friend. Yeah. Ah, well, there you go. There you go. I will remove him from the turn order. Dacto, your friend, or at least a creepy guy you've known for about a day, is kind of chilling back here, kind of cursing at his incompetent, um, brought to life creature. You guys just chill for this time? Yeah. Oh, it's yes, and it doesn't matter. Wait, hang on. That's 65 feet, measuring it from your actual token. Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's more than fine. But I'm so glad the fiddliness of the sword is just so accurate. I'm just so glad about that. I'm so glad you feel this. Yeah. Well, he actually wasn't hurt. And this works in your favor because now you're doing 13 points of damage to him. Yeah, he wasn't. He was fleeing away. He failed, and as he gets struck up in a holy divine beam of radiant energy, um, yeah, he shrivels up, he crumbles, and he just falls apart as your magic compels him to death immediately. Well done. Now, yeah. Now, concerning where everything else is, I am going to take things to be out of combat now. Yeah, so yeah, you do have a chance to breathe and look around for a little bit as every other hostile has currently gone out of sight, but there is the small matter of Arena. But we will get to her shortly. Firstly, what's going on around here? Um, there are these large statues that depict male Waterhavian nobles clad in decorative plate armor. There seems to be graffiti that are written at the bottom of them, that are carved at the bottom, and you can see that on the southern statue, carved the name Eliandran. There is the northern one. Oh, excuse me. So what is put here? The bottom statue has been carved. Does anyone speak Goblin? Oh, just for the inevitable sake where a goblin might join you later on. The bottom statue says "Smelly Bottom," and it seriously has chalked over the name. The middle statue seems to be named Stupid Skull, and the northern statue seemingly is named Born Toothless, respectively. But what is of interest is that at the middle statue, in front of the base of it, there appears to be the bones of a long dead hobgoblin and a white staff broken in half. Hmm. Please do. Mm. Nope. Mm. Where is your owl? Did we have Dave? There we go, Dave. We can just drag out a Dave. There we go. Okay. So I'll describe when anything new comes about, but you continue across this way, and you are seemingly kind of fluttering around a narrowish kind of corridor, and you can see a couple of doors that are closing off this exit, basically. Both of these doors appearing heavy wooden with some iron bolts latched around them, but otherwise not appearing very special or ornate, aside from a few long aged scratch marks in the metalwork that have now begun to rust. Caw-caw! He comes back. Ooh, that was very good, actually. Very nice. Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything of real any note of the inside there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. He begins to burn, and as you burn him in these enclosed quarters, smoke begins to rise and fill, and kind of smokes the place out. The smell of burning, crisping man flesh begins to fill around your nostrils and to kind of fill in this whole corridor, smoking the place out as you are stinking it out with. If you've ever had burnt hair smell anywhere in your life, then this is what it smells like. But you covered him in oil. What happens to your old guy? Okay. All right. Uh, okay. I like what you've done here. So, all right. You will raise the corpse of this other one, this other captainy, this other beefy, um, this other beefy vampire, and his huge bulking torso begins to open up and kind of restitch itself with false mimicry of life as he does come about. And hey, not bad, very good, very good. Um, what's up? Mm, when you look over him, you see a torn up. You see a torn up bit of paper that has obviously been crumpled up many, many, many pieces of time before, but they are still in order. Um, Written in common across the front of it, you see like written and scrawled in kind of semi delicate handwriting the words Tenatus Screenplay. And then beneath that, you see Act 1. And then beneath that, you see the writings crumpled as they are, starting to go. It was like a shield meet like any other, but little did Henrietta know that Tenebrae was soon to come knocking at her door. Uh, their hands met, and as you continue to read, it seemingly turns into a very well-meaning, affectionate kind of romantic novel or screenplay, rather. I think they got the idea with your necromancy stuff when you ordered one of the other guys to start fighting on your behalf. Uh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's really not up to you to decide now, is it? All right. Oh, very nice. Is that for everybody? Excellent. Yes. Everybody heal back 18 hit points. Very, very nice. Oh, that was it was a really happy. Oh, um, don't forget, Nozak, to add health for your sake. Oh, lovely, lovely. So we're in this large room, kind of scuffed up as it is, with these huge, obscure human Waterhavians there. There still is the matter of this broken white staff in the middle of it. But Dacto is currently doing a 10-minute sort of this situation to check out the writings written on there. Must find out what it says indeed. And as you are going through this, eventually the magic clicks in, and you can read Smelly Bottom, um, Toothborn, Toothless at the top, and the middle one being named. Being named. Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid head, stupid skull. It was stupid skull. That's what it was. Stupid skull. Hmm. And speaking of, around the corner comes in a little goblin, who has a very fancy pair of boots on his person. Um, and although he is a bit of a goblin, he seemingly has a very different look and aura to him. He seemingly is touched somewhat by nature, especially as his body seemingly is lined with naturalistic sort of vines and things that gives the impression of a creature of the wilderness. As he basically looks round, sees you guys, and Garbo, would you like to explain what your entrance is like? The answer, yeah, the answer, yeah, that would be correct, Garbo. Is this a what? Sorry. Yeah. Garbo rip off Final Fantasy. No. Garbo speak to GM publicly. Garbo hears voices. Hmm. Cool. What for? Yes. So that broken staff is just over here. Yes, very Gandalf like white broken staff. Well, like white Gandalf staff, but broken. You do not. It is identify that needs you to touch. That's where you got caught up. Excellent. Another 10 minutes, almost enough for a long rest at this point. No, very well. Now, as you do detect magic, there's a lingering trace of magic within both fragments of the staff, and it can be easily repaired with a mending cantrip. Oh yeah. Okay, excellent. Yes, so you gently kind of set up the you set up the like situation, um, and you repair it. It starts like fixing together the wood, kind of the wood definitely kind of fixes itself to each piece as it becomes whole again. When it does so, you hold it and it gently glows with wonderfully luminous magic. Before help! Thief! Criminal! The thing cries, and it wails there, going, "Help! Help! Thief! Criminal! Help! Thief! Criminal!" Help! Thief! Criminal! Help! Thief! Criminal! Help! Thief! Criminal! Help! Thief! Criminal! Help! Help! Thief! Criminal! Do you make an attack? Make an attack with your sword. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Help! Thief! Criminal! They're trying to kill me! Help! 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 Yep. Help! Thief! Criminal! the sirens stop. Help! Thief! Come on! No, it doesn't. It just goes quiet. Ah, very good. It does not still radiate magic to your interest. It in fact rather stops. It is now mundane. Looks like a Gandalf staff. Yep. No, but at several, it's uh, there are several times during the spell casting you have seen him drop the thing, just like keeping a pinky on it, just to like try to wiggle his fingers as he cantates over the staff, and when his finger kind of slips away, it just shoves himself back in its palm, and he kind of like lurches up as it just kind of poofs back in there. Oh, the undead hand. Oh, great, excellent, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. You've still got your finger. It's just not looking very healthy. I did. Okay. You. Hmm. When you do that, the sword clatters and clings to the ground as it kind of slips from your grasp. You are free, Dacto! What has it got in its nasty little pocketses? God will follow you to death. Oh, okay. So yeah, there was a bit of like a bit of like flavory goingness. Like you know how it's said that when you like people that are working like brewing ale or something always like use the same pot. They always put ingredients in there. So like theoretically there could be like one microscopic element of the first bit of ale that ever touched that barrel, right? Because they're always replacing it. I like an idea that you can just like slap this hand onto all of your animated deads, and it could just latch onto them, just so you got like one little tokeny favor that just follows you around, a familiar that becomes your new animated dead, just to like train it, just to like sort of build up a rapport with one of your animated dead things. Right? Yeah. Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. 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 So, uh first, he's not quite powerful enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna have you cast it again, but I will. Yeah, yeah. All right. How long does this thing follows you until you're dead? Okay. So there's one part to this I'm gonna ask you to do, and that is I need you to chop off his hand. Hmm. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You begin carving through flesh, which is nice and cold now. You shatter and break off a bit of its bone, and then your little crawling hand kind of jumps up and down like a happy Adams Family thing, kind of skittering on the point. And then when the stump is revealed, your hand, your animated decayed hand, just like lines up and backs itself inside to this creature, its bone stump meshing audibly, squelching and squishing inside of its flesh as it just wedges its wrist apart. Then, necrotic energy pumps from the hand itself and breathes false mimicry like life into this creature as he rises and stands before you. What kind of health does a risen creature like this get? A zombie it shall be. In fact, I better just give you access to zombies and skeletons. I think that's just gonna help you out in the long run. There we go. They're not terribly complex. The only hidden factor is their undead fortitude, which I will have fun with. You will have fun with. It will be a fun time. Zombie and skeleton. But this guy, he is going to become a. He is definitely going to become a zombie for sure. He's very fleshy. He's zombie worthy. We yes, yes. You are quite aware that the curse has been lifted. It is a longsword of human make, you believe. Oh, bless. You see, now that it's removed, sorry, why do you say the curse remains, may I ask? Yeah, yeah. Um, Garbo, you can't let go of this longsword. Oh, why don't you put this to your zombie? That and your yeah. mm. Okay, yes. The sword falls free. Your sword comes free. Yes, I think so. Yes, you will. That is you're correct in that situation. Who's that? Sorry. Oh, the big guy you raised. Sure. All right. You guys figured since they did not turn to ash, nor did they start to turn to bats, and of the series of makeup kits, that these guys might have been faking it. And that's why you will have access to a bandit captain in your journal. I know you do. Sorry, you choosing your bandit captain to become attuned to this sword? Hmm. Um, but it's like a party mascot now, though. I mean, I will control the sword. Okay, if he drifts away, then we'll keep that in mind. But this sword, along with Dacto, has to make it to the bottom of this dungeon. You know. Yeah, I'm glad we all agree on this. So yay, yes. Uh, I'll make it into a big bulky dagger thing. So it's yeah, just something like that. Ah, I, I am. Hmm. Oh right. And you got his stuff, so you understand that he has a maximum. No, you set him to raise at 9 hit points. That's cool. You should be able to click his token to sort this out. Um, he can have 65 health. So if you're giving him 40 hit points, he should have 49 hit points now. Whoosh. Oh. Oh, okay. All right then. So what about all this health you're pumping into him? Okay. Okay. Uh You offered it, so yes, I will do that. You could have not offered it, but I'm just gonna be like, yeah, yeah, you learn the hard way. But I will allow you 20 in temporary hit points on your guy. Yeah. Oh, fine. I'll put it to the back. Oh. Temporary hit points doesn't have a color. You can put it where you like. Yeah, I'll let him have 20 temporary hit points for your pains and your efforts. Alright, so Dacto, as you're kind of luring over this while everyone's getting comfy around one another, you can see a doorway to your right and a doorway a little bit up ahead to your left, similar to how I described them earlier. Which would you like to inspect now that you have both your hands free? Hmm, yeah. Um, so make a perception check, please. Alrighty. Ho ho ho! Yes. Um, yes. No, you are perfectly aware that these rooms are hollow and empty. Very well. When you yes, when you do inspect them, the rooms are not locked, so they come away pretty easily for you. And yeah. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, there's some light sources here. Oh, sweet. A crit. A crit 20 would have told you if there were traps, don't you worry. Ah, perception crit. I would have fed that for free. Don't you worry. This room is actually particularly interesting. The entire northern wall is one large stone fresco depicting a rugged mountain hollowed out with caverns containing tiny sculpted figures of dwarfs. Behind the mountain, carved rays of brilliant sunlight fan out the edges of the walls. Um, and around the ground, you see a few playing cards that are put here, along with a small candle and wick that's in the center of the ground, with these playing cards having been set around it. Um, but yeah, an amazing fresco right before you. Definitely unlike anything you've seen in this place so far. Um, you did crit your earlier perception check, which is why I have every confidence you can give me another perception check and ace this. They giveth and they taketh away. Okay. Um. So, yeah, you wanted to know history of this thing. I will allow you a history over here too. Okay. So, you do remember that these halls, this under mountain, was carved out by some kingdom of dwarfs, uh, years and years and years and years ago. Um, Whether they were surface dwarfs or if they were Duergar, you are not familiar with, but there were dwarfs that definitely did the first groundwork of trying to establish their foothold in this mountain. Who those dwarfs were, however, is beyond your knowledge. Hmm. Hmm. Also, what's interesting, Dacto, is when you're bringing yourself up to the face of this fresco, you find yourself standing into a tub-like recess carved into the floor, 8 foot long, 4 foot wide, and 2 foot deep. What do you make this? So yeah, what do you guys make of all this? That's correct. Yes, that's correct. Yes, they were. Yes. It apparently is seemingly empty. It hasn't been filled in perhaps all of its time. It's dry and crusty, with a very thick layer of dust that has settled upon it. Um, no. Dacto has done a nat 1. I will allow one other person who is proficient with perception, please. I will not be in the habit of everybody doing perception checks until the law of averages get there. Pick a favorite, and I will decide a DC for them. Hmm. Oh, lovely. All right. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Very well. So, actually, I said the stone tub was empty. This is wrong. It actually contained a bedroll. And in that bedroll, which should all be here, you will find a set. Well, in fact, you'll see all of these. In the bedroll in the tub, you will find a set of thieves' tools and enough kind of miscellaneous bits and pieces to make up a um, explorer's pack. Furthermore, you also find a stack of coins on the table that seemingly is in this room. Um, Despite your amazing perception earlier, Dacto, your hunt for knowledge got you caught up in missing the plain obvious kind of money that was around, apparently. And the others quickly found it. And you can see that it has 220 copper pieces, 91 silver pieces, 85 gold pieces, and a silver ring engraved with dwarven symbols commonly associated with fertility and sexual potency. Mm. Oh, oh God. Yeah, more than likely. It's not a ring that's meant. Oh, I see. I see where you were going with that. Um, yeah, it does seem to be a ring for like making dwarfs, perhaps, love making kind of dwarfs. There is a love side to dwarfs, and there are certain goddesses in the pantheon who embody this. If I was to make a small guess by grabbing my Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, one such god or goddess in the dwarven pantheon might well be Berenor, True Silver, goddess of hearth and home. Got a secrets, got a warlock, magic. Yeah. Oh, no, no. Yeah, it might well be, it would probably be Berenor, perhaps. So this silver ring has her emblem being two interlocking silver rings inside on its engravings, along with dwarvish like runes and whatnot. So it certainly is a intimate kind of themed ring, and it probably is worth something, as the details say. Out of one other interest, how many enemies do you guys think you killed, may I ask? Okay. Cool, cool. Haha. Well, I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, I wanted to let you know that when you looted them, between them all, they had 22 gold pieces. I'm sorry I didn't do this earlier. They did not put that treasure in the right place. But yeah, 22 gold between you guys. Nice. You have 5. In fact, roll 20 does help a little bit. So if you do /R, like you're rolling, but you don't, you do 220 divided by 5. Check that out. Funk so brother, check it out now. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. Hmm. Now, because I see some of you are getting very close to your carrying capacity, I will remind you that I think the character sheet will update your money weight into account, so keep that in mind. Hmm. That you abso-fucking-lutely can do. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, who knows? Hmm. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yes. Um, as you explore this room seemingly is just a variety of sleeping quarters. Nothing but dirty kind of bedrolls align this area here. As it too has some light sources kind of filling in here. small little candles that are set alight in here, and a variety of bedrolls. Um, a lot of white powder rubbed off in some of the like mixed up bits of cloth that form pillows. Um, Nothing of any real value here. Just a sleeping den, honestly. But around the corner, what interests you is that there is a dwarvish rune. Whoa, dog! um, Rup indeed. But around the corner, um, Hilljaw. Yeah, you know whose dog that is, don't you? Around the corner, you can see that there is a dwarvish rune, and it's pretty large, embossed on this door, and it has the symbol of Ladragar, the Duergar god. What do you make of that? Yeah, you can give me a spring kind of dart trap funny vibes, or you can give me an arcane glyph funny vibes check. Which would you like to give me? All right, very well. Give me a arcana check, please. Hey, oh, ho, ho! That's the arcana to figure out. That is, yeah, that's the arcana to out arcana a Tarask. Very nice. Yes, very, very good. Yes, so you can see that it is non-magical whatsoever, but you will seemingly get a little bit of an idea that you're about to find yourself nearby a passageway, and this place should lead on into a passageway. That is a good question. Who's speaking? Sorry, is that okay, okay. Um, I Now, I want you to know, I think with your nat 1 on the perception, if there was, you would miss it. Um, but even then, I'm going to say no, you did not. Um, you did not notice anything like that, no. No magic. Very well, very well. As you send Dave up ahead, here he is, over here. As you send Dave up ahead, he sees Ladrigu, or at least this stern-faced, sour, very hard, angular expression dwarf, marching through these corridors. And through these corridors, you see that he's kind of marching along. First, you see this stern-faced dwarf being spoken to by devils. You're very familiar with devils, given what you remember seeing in your first corridor where you fought the bugbears. You see a few of those same devils coming up yet again, and they're all trying to talk to him. They are all trying to like converse with him, but the only thing they seemingly do with kind of scowling faces is pass money over to this unblinking, unflinching dwarf. Then the fresco, this like carving changes as your owl turns a corner, and it sees this dwarf really laden to the ground with heaving, dragging, stretching pockets of gold. But he unflinchingly, unchangingly gives a scowling face as he dons a great spiked war hammer, and he bats and beats off everything all the way up to Baelor's with his heaving sacks of gold. Then, as your owl turns yet another corner, it sees this dwarf, so money laden and soaking with devil blood and corpses that he, on either side, looks towards what in real life, coming out of the walls, appears to be an archway. An archway that has the depiction of some other kind of devil. And I will have you give me a religion check here, please. Yes. He seems to be some generic kind of devil-faced creature, and he kind of leans over the rim, like the carving leans over the rim of an in-world stone archway. And the stone archway has a rune which, with your arcana being so good as it is, you know is a teleportation archway. It serves some function of teleportation. And that's what you see. Your silence and the clicking from, Garbo was very, yeah. Hmm. Up to you guys. Hey! Doctor! Woo! Your little gnome, your little deep gnome, right? Your Smurf Neblin begins to run off. Um, yeah. You run up and you can see this smiling devil face look down upon you as you see this archway, and your crit arcana tells you it is very much functioning. I have a question to save time. Does everybody join in? Oh, so you're going to stay on the other side, are you? You will have to see at the end of the effect, but there is one thing I will need, and I will need you guys to proclaim to me a marching order, please. Dax first. Uh, because you have a familiar, if you want him left out, I want this familiar to be included in this marching order, please. And I want you guys to declare it in the chat box, please. Alright, basically, you can prepare this and you can talk about this however you want. I need an order to things, please. Your bandit is here. Okay. Dak is number 1. Bandit captain coming up second. Oh no, Tolin. Alright, Tolin going up second. Third, captain. He's beefy vampire. I don't want to call him by his class name. I'm going to have you guys this way because I want the order to be remembered. 3 captain, 4 captain. Updated for Garbo. Okay, yeah, Garbo. Yep. Yep, there we go. Um, um, yes and no. It would be easier, but it's not what I want you guys to do, please. Yes. And Hilljaw, you're gonna stay here, Hilljaw, yeah? All right. I also want this owl to have somewhere, please. It's important. Ah. Hmm. 4, 5, 6, and 5 is a bard, so 5 bard, and 6 is zombie. Very good. A 1d6. All right, guys. I want to thank you very much because you've just activated my expansion. Yes. You went here. Yes. Such a large map. Hmm. Also, let's get a. There we go. We got a torch on the other side. I can't tidy up this merging of two areas. This is about as good as I get, but I hope you enjoy my little expansion that I've had a go at trying. However, um, yes, yes, Tolin, I want you to make me a D2 roll, please. And I want you to pick which is going to be good. Yes. 2 will be the good result. Okay. Excellent. You've activated Hallister's trap card. I don't know if there's a good place to see this, but no, I rolled for that too. Now, you see this rune here? You see this rune? Do you see this rune here? Well, that is what kind of peaks up. And Dacto, this is one of Halaster's personally crafted runes. He's made these. This is by his design. You're witnessing some of his own handcrafted magic. And I must now tell you the following of the Bane effect. You also understand it. Well, you may have to give it some study, but you know that it's called and described as Lamaf. Tolin, I need you to track the following Bane effect. For the next 24 hours, you can't gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. Advantage is not a thing you can do anymore. Yes. Yes, in fact, you believe it is. It disappears when he goes through, though, so it has definitely expired, but you got to have a little glimpse of it. If you could spot these before you activate them, wow, you may be able to study them. Hmm. That is exactly correct. Yes. You're kind of spewing into the right as before you, you see a very dark. Yeah, you see a dark corridor kind of come before you guys, and it kind of goes towards a T section. The left forming to be some kind of like spidery sort of webbed over corridor choked with webbing, while the other side appears The other side appears mundane. Ah, well, he's behind Ducto. He's behind Ducto over here. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so, how do you guys proceed? Oh! Yes, yes, your bandit appears quite fine and safe. Okay. Hoot, hoot, hoot! And, you jump through the portal and join your friends on the other side. Because you got friends on the other side. Hmm. I am happy to tell you it has disappeared. And it does indeed seem to have just been a one-way portal. However, the corridor you came from does not appear to be a dead end. It instead seems to lead down, past out of sight, then takes a left, and kind of goes out of view. But the portal definitely aimed you this way. But if you did want to turn back, you still had time. That is exactly correct, yes. You could, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Dave. Oh, you're owl, yeah. Okay, okay. There we go. Yeah, you can. He's in your journal. There's no reason why you don't. Oh, always try. Hmm. Yes. Unlit. Unlit. There are no lightings anywhere, other than what you may bring yourselves.
But I also want to roll stealth for Garbo. And before I do, I'm going to cast guidance on myself so I get an extra d4.
Just realized all the time I've been streaming, I've muted desktop audio.
Oh.
Oh, fuck me. Fucking, it's so annoying because if you have a little intro video, you can hear people talking in the background, so you mute yourself and then you start streaming and ah, that's so stupid. Oh,
Oh, no.
God. Right.
Slash.
This is just going to be a stupid stream. On YouTube, it's going to be stupid. The only thing people are going to listen to me for is just me talking to emptiness. Ah! Right. So, who's stealthing and why?
Garbo is stealthing, and I put guidance on myself, so I got a 14 total.
Alright, very good. Now, as for your owl, Dave, he turns a corner and he will see a doorway before him. It's closed and it is particularly heavy iron. So it's not made of stone, not made of wooden iron. It is made of like steel iron. That's not right. Not steel iron. It's made of. It's an iron door. It's a heavy duty.
Yeah. Regarding the light sources that you pointed out, I think our bard that currently doesn't have a player is a human.
That is correct. He will need a source
So
of light.
He's probably blind.
Well, he has got the light cantrip, so he will just pop some light on his hand or his sword or his staff, and he will provide some light. But it will mean that you guys are not hidden under the cover of darkness. He will be emitting light, so he can see.
Yeah.
So
The-
where is he emitting the light? Because Garbo wants to stay hidden. So
He emits the light from himself. So 60 feet from him, 30 feet from him, you're in bright light. 60 feet from him, you're in dim light. And then after that, you're in darkness.
well, that's sad.
That's
I'll roll over here.
You said the spiderweb's north way.
yes.
Did you say they were just covering the ground, or were they like filling the tunnel?
From that narrow passageway, from ceiling to ground, from each side of the corridor, webs choke that whole corridor there. But it doesn't leave room for like a giant spider, if that's one concern. It really only leaves room for smaller spiders, really. If
It
you're
was
wondering
more
about that.
that to see if I could fly the owl over it without disturbing the webs.
No hope of that, I'm afraid. They are too interlocked. You would have to disturb some webbing to do it.
Yeah. So I say to the group, we could burn the webs away, but from my experience with spiders, is just touching the web that they stand on, they're able to sense your presence. So maybe we try south.
Garbo, also good news. He emits bright light within 20 feet and dim light past 40.
Good to go.
Yeah. Okay. So, south, you can see that iron doorway. It's up to you guys to move your tokens as you are seeing fit to do.
I'm pretty good at stealth as well, actually. So I might give stealth a go. And Garbo, do you want to go ahead and sneak ahead and check this door with me?
Garbo not leader. Garbo follower. But Garbo will come.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stealth. And can you tell me if this area counts as rocky terrain?
It is man-made or dwarf-made, or rather, it is carved and roughed out. Stone camouflage. Interesting.
Probably not rocky then. That's probably more natural caverns and stuff.
Yeah, this is not a natural built cavern. But I will keep this in mind. By the way, I will definitely keep this in mind. But no, this is not rocky like that. It is hard, flat surfaces of hewn out rock carved from inside of here. And who just disconnected on roll 20?
That sound, he's rebooting.
Okay. So yeah, when you get to the doorway, how do you approach it?
I will check it for traps and see if it's locked. Physical traps, not magic traps.
Alright, that will be an investigation, please. Fucking hell! You are on fire! Holy fuck! There could not be a door that you could not understand more than this one. You understand the process by which it was melted to form its first iron slate. You understand how each component was lined up and in what order. And most importantly, you know that it is not locked, and you know that it is not trapped either.
I think I know where this iron came from.
You probably do. You probably do.
Alright, the door seems safe, guys. Who wants to go first?
Nah, Garbo.
I'll send the zombie.
Oh,
Sounds good. I will step aside and let the zombie push forward.
very good. The zombie steps forward, and before you, the zombie sees the following. I hope, by the way, you guys will enjoy my expansion.
Let's
Alrighty.
find out. Depends
Yeah.
on whether or not it kills Dak.
A tile labyrinth covers the floor, and someone has scrawled, "If being drunk all the time were easy, everyone would do it," in Dwarvish on the west wall. Aside from these, you see some very dark, unmodest, very beyond modest, dull-looking round tables with two creaky little chairs set beside them, with a pile of rotting wineskins and some dented iron mugs put over the table. What is interesting about the tile floor in the middle is that they seemingly have a variety of picture depictions of coins. One such square depicts some copper pieces, one depicts a silver piece, one depicts gold pieces. That's a heavy breathing. That's real heavy breathing. One depicts silver pieces, one depicts gold, one depicts electrum, and one depicts platinum pieces, and then all those tiles double around in their whole mixed match set in their interesting jumbled kind of combination.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem like my zombie was attacked, so I say this room looks fairly safe.
Indeed, it does.
And I would say too bad we don't have any platinum or electrum. We could maybe fill in the holes with one of each of those coins and something might happen, but we're sadly not that rich.
Well, there's no holes there. No, these are all
Oh,
flat
yeah, yeah, yeah.
spaces. Just to declare. But yeah, very well. On the other side of this on this hallway, you see an identical door to the one you just passed through, and likewise, Dacto, you know exactly how this door was made, and you know that they made very many others to match it.
I don't really want to be stopping the
zombie.
Stopping everyone for 10 minutes all the time to cast detect magic. But if you allow me, just maybe do like an Arcana check on this tile to see if I figure anything out.
You see, you make it sound like you have to spend 10 minutes. You could just spunk a spell slot and have it done so quick, and everyone would love you then. When you figure out so quickly that's a sudden money spawning pit.
Well, if you knew how many spell slots I have left, I can't do that. So I'm just going to look over it and see with an Arcana check if I can ascertain anything.
I'll allow that. You've been rolling nothing but crits, apparently, so...
Well, here's another one. Natural 3.
You are really convinced there is probably something magical do this, and it probably involves with how you interact with these tiles. But there must be a clue. You know, this seems to have some connection to drinking. There's lots of drinking mugs, all messily strewn about on the tables, and that ominous warning on the left being if being drunk were easy. If being drunk all the time were easy, everyone would do it. Being on the wall.
Can I see if any of the mugs are made out of electrum or platinum?
Because you did such a great investigation earlier, yes, you may. Electrum is beneath gold in value, and these things are definitely very cheap iron to get themselves rusty over time, you know? Cheap, functional, not very flashy, so these are definitely not made with electrum.
Garbo say, barricade doors, we sit and we drink to our heart's content.
Hey!
I do have this alchemy jug that
Hey!
my old friend bought.
This is clearly a jigsaw puzzle.
See, Garbo say we get sloshed and hammered, barricade doors, not in that order, and have a nice long rest, and or get drunk until we figure this out.
Well, up to you guys to respond to that.
My guy.
Let's see what's on the other
going.
side of this door first. Just the bottom one, just to make sure like there's not like, enemies just on the other side of the door.
Hey, what does it matter if you barricade it, you know?
Gents, I apologize. I have to go to the ball, so I got to start getting dressed and ready. So unfortunately, I have to go.
Sorry, who's this?
This is Garbo.
Garbo, keep in mind that in future we will always be running for another 30 minutes past this point.
Yes, I know. It was Unfortunately, my time frame is low because I have to drive an hour and a half away. I didn't realize that until just.
All right. We'll control your character. See you later. Okay.
Yes, I apologize for that, but I will make sure that I will be here for full game next time.
All right. Have fun. See you later. Okay.
See you, man.
Now, for the rest of you guys currently still venturing through this dungeon, do you take Arbor's suggestion or do you carry on sending your zombie through each and every doorway?
My guy will just say, I mean, I like the idea of checking ahead, and I agree. Everything points to something about alcohol in this room. I don't think all of us getting drunk is a good idea, so I will volunteer to be the designated not drinker. Trying to think of a good pun there, but good. So if you guys think that's a good idea, it makes sense to me.
Very well.
So the thing says,
Monks don't
if
drink.
being drunk was easy, everyone would do it. There's rusted mugs and stuff on the tables, and there's tiles of carved sort of all the different monetary coins in the tiles.
Yes.
Correct.
That's exactly right.
Have any of us walked in the tiles yet?
No, you have not.
I sort of like shove one of the zombies to walk on the tiles.
What?
That's down to Hilljaw to basically say if they do that or not, I guess.
I don't think you have the strength to overpower them and push them.
I end up pushing myself backwards a bit. Do you want me to create some booze with this alchemy jug?
Well, I will have the vampire-looking dude walk.
Very well. When he kind of goes through this, he kind of enacts your will. He is not inhabiting your consciousness right now, isn't he?
No, so I don't. He still is like personality, everything, a bandit captain. It's just I have complete control over his physical form.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay. You feel him trying to begin to hopscotch over this thing.
Okay.
Do you just allow it, or do you shut him down?
I'm gonna stop him because I know that he hates me because we killed him. So if he's trying to do something, it's probably against the party's will.
Oh, well, all right, very well. When that happens, he kind of just like kind of goes sad in his decayed state. I guess he looks over to you and he's just like. He's angry at you. He's just like.
Dacto sees the bandit captain influenced by some sort of something. Doesn't seem like any harm has come to him.
Yeah.
Dacto needs to know, so Dacto walks up to the tiles.
Very good. All right. What tile do you stand upon? Of the money values.
What do I see is the closest, or are they all sort of like quite everywhere? Like
they're quite scattered, and you can easily jump onto whichever one you want. They're all pretty close together. It's just a question of which you like choose.
We'll go platinum.
Alrighty.
I am worth a lot.
Aww. You hop on. You hop onto
the nearest platinum.
Yeah, you hop onto the kind of rectangular shaped, platinum carved tile. Nothing happens.
I step onto the copper, the lowest value.
Very good. Make a very small acrobatics check, please, as you're hopping over to that one. Off your little tile. It's fine. You hop over to the acrobatics, onto the other copper tile. One of them. Nothing happens.
I'm going to go up in value. I'm going to go from copper to silver to electrum to gold to platinum.
Very good. Fortunately, these are all easily next to each other, and all you need to do is simply step upon each other. But as you do, nothing happens.
So I will point out to the others what I experienced with the bandit. Like Dacto said, he kind of saw it, but basically, I'll say I can communicate with him and like feel what he's thinking, but he is still like the guy we killed. So like, it's possible that he may yell curse words at us occasionally, stuff like that. But
Fuck you! I did not
So,
know that,
if
so
he-
I'll be
he wanted to
I'll be
do
playing that in
something-
far more now.
I figured that's why I threw it in there for you. But basically, he wanted to hopscotch a certain way. I stopped him because I assumed he had bad intentions to maybe set off a trap because he doesn't want to live in this form. But if you guys are wanting to risk it, we could let him try and see what happens.
just
I step off and just sort of do the hand motion of like, yeah, go ahead.
since he just does that, since he like talks about that, and since he has a will of his own, now that I know that, he kind of just goes, I guess you figured me out. There is money in those tiles. Trying to make sure he sounds proper zombie-like. You gotta figure out the combination. I better not do it, since I guess I'm dead. Just get the money and let me die.
If you, I'll look at him and I'll say, if you tell me the combination, I will let you move on in this world.
He goes and goes, deal. And he basically just says, go to the platinum.
Okay. Dacto, you're gonna go to the platinum? Or should
My
I?
next attempt was going to be I just tried to do all of the platinums.
Well, tell him to do it. Tell him to step up and listen to his direction.
I just don't know how that bandit captain knows the combination.
Yeah.
Well,
But I have no issue doing it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Talon, you're a bit more nimble than me, so...
So he says go to the platinum.
Yeah. Yeah, he basically, after he says platinum, he then says, now go to a silver piece.
Which direction is silver?
It doesn't matter, it's just you follow his directions.
Okay.
He relays a few more, so he then says, copper, silver, back to copper. But now go to another silver, different from the one you were on before. It is at this point that a floating spectral eyeball appears overhead. It is lined and is disbodied, but it floats there, wreathed in a green flame, as it looks down unblinkingly to you all, watching you hopscotch. And he basically goes on and says, it's working. Now go to the gold piece.
You gonna do it, Tolan?
Yep, I'm on the gold.
Alright, keep up with me now. Gold, gold, silver, copper, platinum, platinum, copper, silver, gold, platinum, gold, platinum, gold. Damn it, Halasta, let me die already! As this eyeball like looks at this beefy captain and it kind of just looks around. It appears over towards him as he clearly looks at this eyeball, and it just sort of bounces up and down in the air before him as he basically says, I've made them jump on a bit of tile for you. You've had a laugh, now let me die! As this eyeball kind of, you hear an echoing laugh going in through this room as it gives a sort of kind of disbodied, echoey but the eyeball then disappears and blinks out of sight.
If Mario taught me anything, we just had to run in a circle around the eyeball till it died.
Also, some of the Zelda statue things.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right. Well, sounds like there's either some other puzzle or not a puzzle at all.
So this captain basically just says, I'm sure if you waste a bit more of that precious life of yours, you'll figure it out eventually. As he says, like, smirking at you.
I'm gonna go over to him.
Yeah.
And just kind of say, I'm gonna make sure you live the longest whatever you want to call this.
He's just basically saying, like, you have no idea what's deeper in this dungeon. You'll be eaten alive before my corpse even begins rotting in this pit.
That's my fetish.
Oh, damn. Okay. I guess at that point he's not got anything new up his sleeve. But, yeah, you guys have done a great number of combinations, and perhaps some of you might be beginning to think this is a red herring.
Yeah, I'm going to take out the alchemy jug.
Yeah.
Look inside and go, beer! And fill it with beer.
Well, you don't fill it with beer. It has it. You just open up one of the nozzles.
4 gallons.
Yay! Excellent.
I will fill up the mugs that we find on the table.
There we go. So the mugs are dirty. They definitely are crusty with the dried, sort of congealed slop of drinks and probably some leftover saliva from some unknown creature beforehand. But you wash it through with some of your 4 gallons of ale in there. Oh, I was not interested in somebody actually singing this. I just like the guitar. Oh, well, guess what? I guess we're going with this good old one. I mean, there we go. Always a good popular one, isn't it? Alright, so yeah, between the 4 gallons you have on hand, you definitely can fill up all of the dented mugs and more to spare as you just decant some of this this huge flask here.
Well, cheers, everyone.
Yeah, I guess you've decided to get drinking.
I'm gonna stay
Yeah,
where I'm at and then have each one of my zombies guard one of the doors.
Very well, very well, very well. So how far do you take this drinking? You know what? I want this to be a pure roleplay moment. If everybody's sitting down drinking, I want you to roleplay this. I want no DM supervision right now.
So, Dak is pacing the room, trying to think as he's drinking. Can you say exactly what the words on the wall to the west said again?
Exactly. It says oh, so sorry, that was me, my bit. If being drunk all the time were easy, everyone would do it. Did you catch that? Yoo-hoo!
I caught it.
Sorry, I just muted my microphone while I typed it really loudly.
That's
Because I've got a loud
okay.
keyboard. I didn't want to disturb.
It's okay.
I'm gonna look around the room, See if they're. Well, did he already do a perception check in here?
Yes and
Just a-
no-ish. You
A
guys,
general look for clues.
yeah, you've had a very good look over.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
you've
I'm
had.
gonna do is
Go on.
I'm gonna drink, and I'm gonna hop back up where I was before,
Yeah.
and I'm going to start hopping around on the tiles and gold and platinum,
Hmm.
and sing the drinking song that's going on.
Excellent. All right then.
Mm.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, one Constitution saving
Get a
throw.
chuck.
Come on. Boy, you guys think it's a bad idea?
It's
No?
declared
Keep the
now.
Vomit from jumping around. I'm gonna
Alright,
spill
well,
some alcohol on the tiles.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Figures minds just did that. I'm gonna lag. Hold on a second, guys.
I need
Yeah,
that
you keep-
Constitution saving throw, please.
Yep, I'm gonna lag.
Oh,
It's-
you're in a
it's
bit of
coming.
lag. Okay, I'll go
Mm.
grab your guy. So till it is a try, or drink and drink and
Well,
drink.
heck,
and
if
drink.
we're taking a good amount of time to sit and drink, I might as well ritually cast either Detect Magic or Identify. Detect Magic just normally tells me something's magical and what type of school it is, so I don't think that would help.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on a 20 Constitution saving throw, you do not fall over.
Cool. Mm.
Yeah. Now I heard talk of a ritual cast Detect Magic, right?
Mhm.
Well, I'm trying to think, Detect Magic or Identify. I don't think Detect Magic would help because all it says is, yes, this thing's magical and it's of this school. Identify tells me more about it, but
You gotta touch
Look at
each
the
piece
thing.
that may be magical. You gotta touch it. You don't get an AoE of identifying.
no, but it's you choose
Play
one
Twister.
object you must touch. So I guess one object would be one tile, wouldn't it?
Oh, maybe. If you really want to do that, I will tell you now there are about 22
Sure.
individual tiles.
22 individual tiles, like
Yes.
what, 4 of each type ish.
They aren't evenly counted for. Let's see. Yeah, there are copper, silver, electrum, gold, 5. So
5
there's
types.
2 of each, and then the platinum one has been done twice more.
2 of each 4 platinum.
Yes.
And you said there's 22 tiles. That won't make a perfect square or rectangle, really.
That's right. But as you can see from the tile below, they have got uneven shapes, like you're seeing there. They fit in random
They're actually
positions.
like that.
Yes.
Do they look like they need to be rearranged?
That's
Um,
up to you and your cryptic mind to experiment. That's interesting what Colin has done.
Yeah, what is?
Don't know what you've done there.
That's what I'm singing.
Oh, right. Excellent.
With the URL, too.
Oh, yeah, the good old classic. Edge humtai etch dactao wob
No.
ex doc sod ta gokspa.
He must be speaking Elvish.
Yes, of course.
He's singing Klingon, and it starts out with HTTPS://
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to ritually cast Identify on one of the platinum pieces and just see what comes back.
Excellent. Nothing. It is
There's
a
no harm in
mundane
trying.
item.
It's just a tile that
Yes.
has a platinum piece sort of carved into it.
Yes.
God, we're gonna spend so much time here on that. I'm gonna figure it out.
You could just
I'm
do
gonna
detect
have the
magic.
zombie
Yeah.
go in and
Yeah.
smash one of the tiles
Smash it.
using slam attack.
Oh, excellent. Okay. The zombie falls over onto a tile. It is made of stone. The zombie can give me an attack roll. Yeah, I can see that. After damage reduction, the tile takes no damage.
Dang it.
I'm
Hmm.
just gonna be like, I'm just gonna exhaust all options really. I'm gonna sit down and ritually cast detect magic and see what I find.
Excellent.
And that just like is a thing that I just sense everything around me. Is also I'll look around all of the room.
Oh, of course.
as well.
By the way, for everybody else, you've been drinking or having some kind of merriment for the past 20 minutes while Dacto has been doing this. I would like all of you to give me Constitution saving first, please. Minus Dacto.
I'm not drinking
Oh, but where's the fun in that?
because I said I was going to be the designated driver and keep watch.
The driver.
I think Cecil being a bard would be a
Right.
drinker, so let's roll for him.
Yeah, I was going to
Yes.
say I was
He's
gonna roll for
fine. He's fine.
There's
Okay.
this guy.
Someone wants to roll for the goblin. He volunteered the drinking in the first place. so I
He
think
did.
can,
He did. Excellent. He also passes. Nobody is really even
darn it.
midday tipsy. Dacto, it is with great pleasure that I tell you that as you do sit there pondering on the magical nature that's around you, seeping from these strange glyph-covered tiles, that when you do peer at all of them, there is nothing magical in this room at all.
Not even the floating eyeball?
It's gone. That was gone after this captain begged Halaster to kill it, and then it just disappeared. I mean, I guess you could also count some necromancy on your zombies. You could count some magic on your other people, but no. From the items and the doorways to the tiles in this room to 1 foot of stone in all direction each along this place, there is nothing magical here, except the magic of drinking.
Well, the thing is that Dacto rolled a low arcana and thought that there was something magical about it, so he wanted to find out for sure.
Very good.
Do we want to take an actual proper rest?
You can
Like a
risk
long
one.
rest?
I mean,
I'm like,
we could reduce that risk.
Hey.
I would be interested because I have very few spell slots left.
So do I. I could set up this and we could be pretty much completely fucking safe.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to just set this up in the middle of the room on top of the tiles.
Alright, excellent. Alright then, so yeah, you gather up your zombies, you gather up your friends, your owls, your swords, and you all get comfy in here. And yeah. I just basically need to know that you've cast the spell, and yeah. Alrighty. So, you kind of get there and you make yourself comfy, and I guess you just kind of tightly pack yourselves. It's 10-foot radius, so actually it's not too bad. It's actually a bit spacious. But, avoidable is bringing this position above or remain stationary for the duration. Spell can 9 creatures. You're about 8. That's excellent.
I have to stay inside.
Yeah.
Other
Including.
people can leave.
Yeah. Creature and objects within the dome. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magics can't extend the atmosphere inside. Can people see this dome?
Yes. I can pick the color of the dome. It says the dome is opaque from the outside, of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So it's like a one-way window thing.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make it...
I hope that's a
just
3rd
ready
level
to
spell
match the
slot.
stone.
Yep, that's a 3rd level spell slot.
It's actually a ritual cast. So
So many rituals.
Oh,
love wizards.
you cheeky man, cheeky. Oh.
So I let as I bring this bubble up.
May I
we
ask
need
why
to
you don't have
modify
it
pipe-
prepared? By the way.
Because you don't need to prepare it for to cast ritually. You just pull out your spell book and bidoo.
Yeah,
That's one of
true.
the good things about wizards.
Yes,
So
indeed.
there's no point. There's no point preparing it really.
Very well. All right then. Very, very good. You spend a minute and you make this come about.
11 minutes because it takes an extra 10 to cast it ritually.
Yeah, understood. By this point, you've already spent half an hour in here. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, well, does anything happen while we're resting? I guess, is if that's what you're figuring.
There's a couple of things I wanted to do over the 8-hour period.
Yeah, you see, you're in a dungeon, and that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I'd say we should at least we should still take turns keeping watch because we are in the dungeon of the Mad Mage. So
yeah.
even though I explained to the team that this is how the spell works and all that, and general stuff can't pass through, we don't really know the extent of this dungeon and the things that happen inside it. We've not spent more than probably an hour and a half in here. So we should still have at least someone. We should still take turns keeping watch during this rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I only require 4 hours resting.
I'd be fine if we just took a short rest in here, to be honest.
Well,
Because
yeah.
Just a couple of hours. But
But-
does anyone need a long rest in particular?
I don't need one, and if I do take a long rest, my bandit captain dies. So,
but you can recast later, right?
but but I would have to find a new good corpse to animate.
I'm sure we
Yeah.
can make one somewhere.
Sure, we can make. I mean, that way you'll be back to full. Anybody who's a spellcaster will be back to full.
Can you not reuse an old corpse?
It says it turns to dust.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's about right. Okay, declare a time that you guys are resting for final.
I'm good
At
with
least-
whatever.
At
Let's
least
do a
4
short
hours for
rest.
the elf.
4 hours for the elf is a long rest. What about everybody else? Dacto?
You still, for your elf, just so you know, you still have to do a full 8 hours. You only have to rest 4 of them. You would still have to be like still for 4 other hours to get an actual long.
No, it says trance. Elves trance for 4 hours is 8 hours. I'm reading it right here.
It is true.
I-
It is true.
One sec.
Yeah. Don't need to sleep. First line. Instead, they meditate
Correct.
deeply, remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours a day. Trance. While
But that-
meditating, they can dream fashions. After resting in this way, you gain the same benefit as a human does for 8 hours of sleep. They do just take half the time to sleep.
I swear there's a sage advice on this and it was changed. But either way, that's better for us, so I'm not going to complain about it.
Alright, so we'll do 4 hours, so the elf can get a full rest. The rest of us can get a short rest in that time.
But wouldn't the full rest for everybody who's not elves be beneficial for anybody who's an elf? Have the watch over everybody else until something happens or nothing happens? Strategically, that'd be a better idea.
Do we want to risk a long rest here, though? That's
So, interesting
done.
stuff. 4 hours, elf can achieve a long rest. Everybody else gets a short rest. That much is clarified. If you want everybody to get a long rest, you're spending 8 hours here. You're using all of this spell.
Yeah, I'm happy with a short rest, but if other people would really like a full 8-hour long rest, then we'll do that.
Let's just do a short rest for now. I mean, the spells I get back, the spell slots I get back aren't super. I mean, they're all my 3rd level spells, but the spells are more utility than necessary.
I mean,
Okay, fair enough.
I've got arcane recovery, so I can get a few spell slots back from a short rest.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do a short.
And also during this time, I will going to be changing my owl into a different
Ooh.
creature.
So,
Do you have 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs? And do you have a nice brass brazier?
Huh. I just have in my notes 10 gold.
Interesting.
It's like,
Interesting.
yes, I can't do that.
Interesting.
Never mind then.
Never mind, indeed. I mean,
So
specifically
actually-
because it's a consumable item.
Yeah. Yeah. The. Did we pick up anything else that we want identifying while we're down here? I don't think we got anything else, do we?
No.
I'm going to attune to my hat of wizardry finally.
Yay! Oh, it's so good. You have access to all the wizard cantrips. All
Thank
of
you.
them. Although, leave a mark of what's provided by the hat because you'll be rolling a d2 for each one.
Hmm?
I was just saying, mark all of the wizardry spell cantrips you get from the hat because you have to roll a d2 for each of these.
Okay. Don't know why, but I will look forward to finding out.
Yes.
I got a fucking cursed hat. So, I will also.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not a ritual spell. Let me find how many spell slots I get back for this. I can recover before I decide whether I'm going to cast that spell.
You are 5th level spellcaster, so I
Yes.
believe you'd get like a. This is probably so wrong. You'd get like 5 first level spell slots. No, that's fucking wrong. That's fucking wrong. It's probably going to be half your wizardry level, so you could
I
get.
think I get 2 back. 2 spell slots worth, so either 1 second or 2 first.
Yes, sounds right.
Something
Whoosh.
like that. So that doesn't sound that good. But...
Okay, but
Oh, I'm
to-
going to get 2 firsts
to
back.
fucking clarify, you guys are going for the long rest.
No.
All right,
No,
you're going
we're
for
gonna
the
go
short
for a
rest.
4 hour.
4-hour rest. Okay, got you.
Long for the elf, short for the rest of us.
All right, understood. Now, with that in mind, I don't believe everybody's like fully falling asleep here. I will tell you that as you're trying to achieve this rest, after about an hour and more, people can get a benefits of a short rest. Keep this first in mind. The door opens inwardly, and coming out appears these 3 dwarfs, these grey dwarfs, lacking any kind of beard of interest, but with more hair to them, as they look particularly heavily armored out, and they look kitted up. They were walking in rather solemnly and quietly, and they appear with these chainmail and shields to them, armed in hand with short swords. And as they were making their way in, they immediately see this undead thing before it. They do not yet see this dome, but they immediately kind of casually, unflinchingly draw their long swords out. And we shall deal with that encounter next time. We will end for today's session here.